He said, "Sir, I offer you my greatest sympathy since your father's passed away." He looked up at her and he said, "Ma'am, that's not my father. Who is this guy?" And the nurse said, "I thought that was your father." And he said, "No, ma'am, I just came to visit a friend. You led me in here, and because this gentleman needed a son and he was not here, I gave him what he needed." That is passion. We're here today to show appreciation to our pastor and his wife for that same kind of passion. Much like the Marine that sat in there with that gentleman, he did not even know. He sat in there all night long with him holding his hand. Anytime we need Mr. Curtis or Miss Pam, they're there for us. If we're in the hospital or we have an operation, those of you that have had operations and end up having them in Charleston at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, Curtis will show up. Late at night sometimes in your hospital room, you come awaken and there was Curtis standing by your bed. At that point, you realize you weren't dead because you certainly wasn't an angel looking like that. But anytime you need him, we've tried a lot of times to get back him off and stuff and try to help him. But of course, Curtis is a hands-on person. He always does things on his own. Like dropping a tree along grace. But he's a hands-on person. He all the time does stuff and he wants to be involved and he's always going to be there for you as long as he can be there for you. We at North Walterboro Baptist Church are blessed because there's so many pastors today that aren't called. They're speakers, they get behind the pulpit and they alter the Word of God simply because they are not called to preach. Fortunately, at North Walterboro Baptist Church, we have a called pastor. He preaches the Word of God as it is written. If it steps on our toes, it's supposed to. It's supposed to convict us of our sin. A lot of churches aren't that blessed because they have called, they have speakers. We're blessed to have 2 or 3 gentlemen, since Daryl's visiting. Daryl's one of them that have been called to preach, and it's a great thing to see that. And I love doing this one time a year, or 2 to 3 times a year, but we're so thankful here. And a lot of times, I'll tell you, if y'all would just for 30 seconds, I want you to just bow your head and close your eyes. I'm not asking you to pray. I just want you to be quiet and see just how long 30 seconds is. If y'all would close your eyes and bow your heads just a second. All right, with your heads up. That seemed like an awful long time, but all it was 30 seconds. 30 seconds just to walk up to somebody and say, "I want to thank you for what you did. You've done a great job. The message you preached today was a great job. I know you had to prepare for it. I know God laid that message on your heart." Or maybe it was something else. Maybe somebody else in this sanctuary doesn't show up at church one day. Pick up the phone and call them. I'm one of the worst about it. That's when the Lord won't strike me dead for standing up there saying that. But Joe Jones, you didn't make it to church today, buddy. I was just calling to check on you, make sure everything was okay. Joe was going to answer and say, "Yeah, it was fine. Something come up, but one of the family members was sick. I couldn't make it, whatever." I said, "Just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you. If there's anything I can ever do for you, let me know." That took a total of 20 seconds. But Joe Jones knows that we're thinking about him. We missed him. If something ever pops up and we need him, let us know. 20 seconds is all that took. You get caught up in the world today doing so much rushing that you don't do it. It's the same thing right here. Walking across the road to speak to somebody about salvation that we see walking on the other side of the street. 5 seconds to walk across the street, maybe a few seconds, and maybe a couple of minutes to talk to them. We don't do it. Curtis Pettit takes the opportunity to walk into a crowded elevator and speak to somebody about Christ. He walks into the Waffle House, a crowd full of people in the Waffle House, and he speaks to somebody about Christ. That's the kind of passion that Joe Jones spoke about a month ago. That's the kind of passion we're all supposed to have, and yet we sit back from the time or two. And Mr. Curtis, Mr. Pam, I can't tell you how much we appreciate y'all, even though a lot of times we don't take the time to mention it. We love y'all to death, and y'all hang around a long time. One more more little thing here. Mr. Curtis, I know you like to operate your power tools. And this here says danger, man with power tools. So, and there was one more thing, something slipping on me under here. Dale, can you help me out? One more thing, something slipping. Oh yeah, there's one more thing I want to, yeah, Miss Pam, yeah. Miss Pam, we need to present you with a crayon. I'm sure you've seen this thing before. Mr. Curtis, all you got to do anytime she's wearing it is shake her a little bit and these things here light up. What you don't need to do is wear this in a place where there's a lot of lightning bugs, because Miss Pam, you will be attacked if you go out there with all these little things here flickering in the dark like that. But I'm not going to, I know you got your hair fixed up, I don't want to put this on your hair, but I know you've seen this before and I just want to let it's coming back home to you, okay? Thank you, I appreciate it.